Well, we failed on our mission to get into Ukraine. But the fun doesn't have to stop there. There are plenty more countries in the region for us to explore. None more interesting, perhaps, than the one that lies to the southeast of Hungary. A country of castles, vampires, and hopefully one or two socialist mosaics. Let's go and check out mysterious Romania. Hello, can I have one mega ale, please?
Meg ale?
Meg ale. Delicious meg ale. You have meg ale. It's like Meggy ale. Beer.
Sure.
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 Mega sure. Sure?
Soproni, borsodi.
Meggy.
Megy.
Meg. Meg sure. Yes. Mega ale.
Megy sure.
Meg sure.
Meg sure.
Are you sure? Well, the train to Arad, where we're going to Romania, leaves from platform 6. And look at the towns we're going to go through. We're going to Szolnok, Mezotur, Mazobereni, and my favourite, Bekeskasaba. It's going to be amazing. Open the kotchi, please. Locked out of the kotchi. How do you get into my kotchi? Yes. Right. It's the babushka train. I'm in my element. Wow. Are we all going to Romania? Bye-bye.
Romania.
Romania, yes.
Eine und zweite Wagen ist gut, das ist nur Grenze Zürich-Budapest.
Okay. Granica? Okay, thank you. Close enough. The babushkas are loving the English. Hello. Wow. I'm quite the hit on this train with the babushkas. They're all giving me the eye. Once they heard my kosinum, turned them on. Mega sure. Well, I've taken an executive decision. When I was looking out the window in the town of Szolnok, I saw a mega Soviet-looking railway station. So I've jumped off the train, that's the train, and we're going to go and check it out. Let's go and check out Szolnok railway station. Hopefully there's another bloody train to Romania later on today. Let's see. Ooh. Well, they must be very proud of old Szolnok railway station because check it out. As I'm in the under course, check out what they got, the history of the railway station. Some old plates, some old bits of socialist chocolate. Wow, love to try it. 1857, wow, it's an old railway station. And then here in 44 it was bombed in the war. Probably the Soviets blew it up. And then they rebuilt it in 1975. They built it like this. Check it out. Wow, I'm excited to go upstairs and check out old Szolnok railway station. Let's see what it's like. Crikey. Well, it's a big, huge, socialist railway station. Big old room. Check it out. Look at it. Let's look around, see if we can find any hints of the past. Did we make the right decision jumping off the train? Here is the Varoterem. The Varoterem, which must mean waiting room. Wow, look at it. Beautiful. And it's not changed. The same lights, the same benches, maybe not the same plants, but what an interesting little place we've discovered. Pretty much untouched since it was built in 1975. Wow. Let's look outside the railway station, see what we can find in the vicinity. The question that springs to mind to me is, why do they need such a huge railway station here in this town of Szolnok? Why? I mean, it's massive. I can't imagine many people are going too many places from here, but don't know. The mysteries of Szolnok railway station. Maybe we'll never know. Well, the decision to jump off the train has been proven to be the correct one, because opposite the railway station is this big old socialist-built monument, an obelisk depicting, well, I don't know quite what, but here's a man on a horse driving cattle. Probably, I'm predicting this is the history of the Hungarians, how they arrived from the Ural Mountains. The Hungarians came from the Ural Mountains, places we've been before. That's why their language is unlike anything from Europe. It's a Uralic language, and here we have dead horses and dead men. You see, when you jump off a train in a random town, you don't know what you're going to find. We never would have seen this. And up there it says, Pro Libertate. For liberty. Liberty of the Hungarian people, I presume. And here are those Hungarian people, lovely Hungarian people. Hello. There you go, that's how you chat to... What did I say? She's okay? She's flirting with me. Your woman is flirting. She's okay. Bye-bye. Wow. Getting flirted with by the local people. But anyway, less flirting and look at this. The Hungarian obelisk of this town. Wow, I do like this part of the world. Not much has changed. Check out this place. It's still got the old signs on the shops. Amerikai Billard. Billiard. And Szolnok. Old socialist Hungarian signs and Fagilaut. In fact, I'm going into the bar. I like the old Ceausescu sauce so much, I'm going to go into the bar and have a beer. Drink bar. Ah, drink bar. Sur? Swear? Swear? Beer.
Nem beszélve.
Close?
Lehet, hogy maga is tud magyarul.
No magyar, English. Ruski.
Te ruszki vagy?
Ruski можно.
Te ruszki vagy, tényleg?
Anglicanin. England. London.
Angol.
The Angol.
Angol.
Beer? Можно? Oh, okay, thank you. Wow, you got there in the end.
Angol.
Oh, wow.
Sör.
Sure, sure.
No.
Yes, please. Wow, I like it. One sure.
Van ilyen sör.
Wow. Check out the picture on the wall of the lady with her boobies out. What kind of establishment is this? I like it. The Communist Bar. Thank you. Wow. What a place. Yeah. Okay, I'm here, in the corner. Nobody puts Baldy in the corner. Oh. Well, the discovery of this little bar here in this town proves why you should always have a flexible itinerary when you're adventurizing. If you see something you like from the train, you jump off, you explore, you jump back on the next train, it's not a problem. If we hadn't jumped off, well, we would never have known about this little place, this little socialist bar. Look, it's beautiful. Nothing has changed. Even the bar staff. Köszönöm. What? Wait. How much? How much? It's okay. It's okay. Thank you. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you. I like your bar. Thank you. Bye-bye. Wow. Crikey. What a wonderful little place we've discovered. The Faggy-Lout. Kobaniai. Kobaniai. Hello. One Kobaniai, please. Okay. No problem.
Okay.
What's the name? Nisna.
Köszönjük szépen, az Isten áldjon meg.
No problem, no problem. Enjoy. Enjoy the Kobaniai, the greatest beer in Hungary. Oh, yes. Well, our little visit to the bar reminds us just how important language is when you're travelling in a country or when you're trying to make a video. Do you think for 1 second if I spoke any Hungarian I would have just sat in a corner and not spoken to anyone? Not asked the babushka what life was like in socialist Hungary? Of course not! We would have heard all kinds of stories. Alas, I don't speak Hungarian. And, unfortunately, I don't speak Romanian either. But we won't let it get us down. We'll do what we can. Let's go and buy a ticket now to Arad. Hello.
Hello.
One ticket, please, to Arad, Romania. I hope there is a train today. I mean, I like this town, but I don't want to stay the night here. I've got things to do. Today?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Super, super. Whew. Thank God.
The train number, the Maros, the name
Super.
is Maros.
Okay.
And the train number,
Yep.
wagon number, and the seat.
Coxie. Okay, okay, super. Thank you very much. Oh, an envelope. Wow. And an envelope. Wow, better than Budapest.
Yes.
Köszönöm. Köszönöm.
Köszönöm.
Look at that. In flipping whatever this town is called, you get an envelope for your tickets. You don't get that in flipping Budapest. Good old socialist train stations. Never let you down. Excited to see what Romania's like. Romania, a country that isn't Slavic. Romania means land of the Romans, so it's a Latin country, and it's going to be interesting to see how socialism was grafted onto a Latin country, how that influenced its design, its architecture, its mosaics maybe. Let's go and see what's left of that past, and yeah, have a little look around in the land of the Ceausescus. Adventures in Central Europe. You're not allowed to say Eastern Europe in these countries. They get a bit angry if you say that. I don't know why. It sounds much cooler. Eastern Europe. Who cares about Central? Central what? Who cares? Eastern Europe. Much cooler. The ticket inspector caught me on the train all by myself and said, "What are you doing?" You've got to go forwards into the other coupe if you want to go to Arad, the other coxie. You're in the wrong coxie, for God's sakes. Where's the Arad coxie? Where do you get to Arad? Arad, okay. You know what I don't get is why people love to sit in the regurgitated, chemically filtered air of air conditioning. Makes no sense to me. It's a nice day, there's a nice breeze outside, you can have the window open, fresh air flowing into your coupe, but no. People pay more to sit in a flipping air-conditioned coxie. Makes no sense. What's wrong with people these days? You're not tough. You don't want a bit of sweat on your brow. There's nothing wrong with sweat on your brow. Anyway, we're in the right coxie. Let's get to Arad. Thank you, my friend.
Hello.
Hello.
Where are you going?
I'm going today to Timisoara and tomorrow to Bucharest. Did you stamp? Okay. Cheers, mate. Thank you. Well, we finally made it to Romania. Exciting. Thank you. Bye-bye. Wow. Check out modern Romania. It's even got flipping escalators. Who knew? Let's go up them. Woohoo. Well, we've made it to wonderful Arad here in Romania, our first stop. And I was worried that there wouldn't be any traces of the socialist past left in old Romania, but we needn't have worried. Did you see those things coming down the escalator? And not only that, but across the road, I've seen something even more interesting. Let's go and check it out. Woohoo! Well, it's very lucky that I saw this. As we were coming on the train, this big building that seems to be called the Astra building just poked itself up above the Khrushchevkas. Wow, sorry, but there's a Romanian tram. Check it out. Flippin' heck. It's like being back in the 80s. Anyway, as I was saying, this Astra building just popped itself out above the Khrushchevkas, and on the side of it, I saw some kind of faded painting. Let's go and see what it's of. I think it might be a Ceausescu painting. Let's have a look. Wow. What a great start to the trip. How lucky was that I just saw it poking out above the other buildings. Look at it. It's a flipping socialist mosaic. It's huge. It's the biggest one I've seen. Look at it. Wow. And it's still here. This bodes very well for our trip in Romania. If we found a mosaic in the first 5 minutes, there should be loads of them in this country. Woohoo! Wow, beautiful. Viva Romania. I almost said Viva Ceausescu, but I think that'd be a bit much. Don't worry, I'm going. Oh, okay. Ciao. From here, photo? No problem. Okay. Exterior photo. Okay, sorry. Wow. I'm in trouble already. I've been told off by a security guard for climbing the fence and taking a picture of this wonderful mosaic. My first enemy in Romania. I've only been here 2 minutes. Wow. We're going to have to be on our toes in old Romania with what we film. The Ceausescuan mentality might still live large here. We shall see, but we won't let it get us down. Not a problem. I think we departed as friends. Sorry. Yeah, she's smiling. She's all right. She's like, listen, I don't make the rules, mate. I know they're ridiculous, but I've got to do it. No hard feelings. Welcome to Arad. Ooh. Hey. Hello. Wow, a friendly Romanian woman just sitting on the sidewalk, chilling. Let's get ourselves a little bit of grubs. I've not eaten today. I've had a beer, but no food. Let's have a little snack, and then I'll tell you about the plans in Romania. I've come with plans. I'm a man prepared, but also a man that's a little bit hungry. Where's the best restaurant in town? Oh. Ooh. Wow. Okay. How brave am I feeling? Mashed potato? And this one? Oh God. No. This, yes. Whatever doesn't kill me. This sauce, please. Yeah, and yes. Well, it looks bloody awful, but let's see what it's like. I don't want to get food poisoning on my first day in the country. Multimesh! Flippin' heck. Flippin' heck! Literally the worst meal. Top 5 worst meals ever. Ugh. Anyway, let's go back to Arad railway station, because the journey doesn't begin here in Arad. Not the proper journey. I'll explain a little bit later. Ugh. Nasty. Timisoara Nord.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Mulțumesc. Platform 3, Timisoara Nord. We've got 20 minutes. I've come to use a communist toilet. How do I do it? Oh. Wow, what's happened? One more. Okay, no? You don't like it? Well, where's the other one then? Okay, I think I'm in. What? I just paid too late. But I paid. Oh, I'm going in. I'm sneaking in. Oh, it's so undignified. But sometimes you got to do those things to get into a communist toilet. What a country Romania is. I've only been here 5 minutes. I've been shouted at by a security guard, had the worst meal ever, and been ripped off by a toilet machine. Oh. Things can only get better from here. Press this. Touch. Oh. It all works nicely when you want to get rid of you. When you're trying to get in there, it rips you off. Alright, where's our train? Now you're probably thinking to yourselves, why the hell, if we've just got to Arad, are we leaving Arad? Surely there's more to explore, and there probably is. However, my plan for tomorrow is to take you to 3 locations in Romania. The 3 locations that shaped the end of socialism and the end of Ceausescu's rule here in Romania. We're going to start off in Timisoara in the morning, then we're going to head to Bucharest, and then we're going to finish in a place some of you have seen on film. But tonight, Timisoara. Man, it's been a long day. We started off this morning at, 9 o'clock from Budapest. And now it's about 7 in the evening here in Romania. Just want to get to my hotel, get to bed, and then tomorrow begin the Ceausescu journey across Romania. Oh, we've made it to flipping Timisoara, the last stop of the day. This the first day of the journey. Oh, let's look for a taxi and then get to a hotel. Camera.
Hello, sir.
Camera.
How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
You're from the channel of Boulder and Bankruptcy, right?
Oh, who's that? Yes, I am.
Very happy to see you. I am
Nice to meet you,
one
my
of
friend.
your followers.
Yeah? Oh, nice one. You local?
No, I am from Uzbekistan.
You're from Uzbekistan?
Yeah, student here. Yes.
Got you. And where are you from? You're not from Uzbekistan.
No,
I
I'm
didn't
from
think so.
Guinea.
From Guinea?
Yes.
Wow, okay, got you. How is life in Timisoara?
Beautiful.
Yeah, good?
Yeah,
You like it?
yeah, perfect, yeah.
Okay, good.
Can we take a selfie with
Yes,
you?
you can, you can.
Yeah.
Taxi will be here in 2 minutes. We've got plenty of time.
Sure. Yeah, she's gone.
Got plenty of time. Hey, you coming in the selfie as well? You getting in the selfie?
1, 2, 3.
Good luck, my friend. Good luck. Nice to meet you too. Thank you, thank you. Good luck with your studies. Bye-bye, bye-bye. Wow, look, we met fans in Timisoara. And here's one more fan. Hello. Are you my fan?
No, what for me, baby? The won't milk it, please.
I don't have small money for you.
Come on.
He's got a gold chain on.
Yes.
He's rich.
Yes.
He's got silver chain
See, babe, let's get
and cool hair.
Yes.
There you go, man.
Give him on the one they want.
Oh, you having a laugh, aren't you?
It's a laugh,
Hey,
baby.
you're lucky you got 5. Get lost, flipping it. You get to Timisoara, you hit up for cash immediately. You give them 5, they say that's not enough. Is this my taxi? Yes. Hotel Central, please. Bye-bye, you little bastard. There he goes. Look at him. Got hassled immediately. Excuse me. Can I open my window a little bit? It's very cold in here with air conditioning. Very brrr. Okay. Yeah? Okay, thank you. Oh, yes, better. Oh, nice summertime, hot air. Perfect. Check out the old Hotel Central. Whew. Check in.
The room will be 401, the 4th floor. You can use any elevator.
Okay, I'll find it. Thank you very much. Let's see what this room is like in the cheapest hotel in Timisoara. Oh. Me gusta eso. Check it out. Not Soviet, more mid-90s chic. But we've also got a view of downtown Timisoara and the Hotel Central sign. In 1918, Nicolae Ceausescu was born into a poor village in southern Romania. He became a shoemaker, but a tenacious one. By 1967, he'd survived imprisonment and internment in a concentration camp to become the leader of socialist Romania. And for the first decade of his rule, Ceausescu was a popular leader. He wasn't afraid to stand up to the USSR, earning him a knighthood from the Queen of England. And the life of the Romanian people slowly began to improve. However, a combination of poor economic planning, falling world oil prices, and a disastrous domestic policy changed all of the good work. Things began to unravel. Protests at the spiralling economic conditions spread across the nation, but the army and the Securitat managed to quell them, and for a while at least, Ceausescu remained in power. But in December of 1989, a spark here in the city of Timisoara would ignite the entire nation. And in just 1 week, the shoemaker would be gone. Prego. Iglesia László Tokes. László Tokes. This way?
Prossima.
Prossima.
Ah, c'è una grande.
Grande? Sì.
Grande, sì.
Grande, sì.
La prossima, non prima.
No?
Secondo.
Secondo. Grazie, grazie. Did you hear me speaking fluent Romanian then? Fluent Hungarian? Fluent Romanian? Wow. Are you impressed? On December the 15th in 1989, the police here in Timisoara arrived at the home of the local pastor and critic of Ceausescu, László Tokes. They came to arrest him. But Tokes, an ethnic Hungarian, was not to be intimidated, and he refused to give himself up. The supporters of Tokes arrived here at his home and refused to let the authorities enter and capture him. Negotiations ensued, but 2 days later, the Romanian army opened fire and 73 people lay dead. And just 1 week later, so too would Ceausescu. Wow, you speak such nice English.
Oh no, not nice
No?
English. I speak better German or Hungarian, but English is...
I see. Okay. But do you remember 1989? Were you here living there then?
Yes.
Yes? Did you see the protests in the city in those days?
Yes,
Right,
yes.
right.
It's very interesting, but after 33 years...
Life has improved in Romania? Really? Not what you expected?
Yes.
I see. What is this you have here? Rolex?
No,
Okay, Rolex. Oh, Rolex. Where do we go? This one? No? Okay. I've made friends on the streets of Timisoara. Oh, wow. Beautiful. Whoa. Oh, viejo, viejo.
Sí, viejo.
Por favor. Wow, es muy grande.
Bonito.
Bonito, muy bonito.
Esta es una casa muy bonita, mira. Mira, Mira, no olor.
Oh, funciona. Wow, super, super, super.
Okay.
So anyway, these ladies I met on the street are showing me their apartments here in Timisoara. I'm not sure why. I think they want me to buy it. But anyway, this is how people live in Timisoara. Look at it. Look at the old architecture, the big doors. Look at this. Wow. Think of the potential of these apartments, what you could do with them. You could live like a king here, if you had a kitchen. Okay, adios, gracias, gracias. Well, I think I was almost caught up in a real estate scam. They wanted to sell me an apartment, but I don't think they had any documents for it. Well, we're now going to head to the capital, Bucharest, to see where the next stage of the revolution took place. But before we do that, there's a little museum I want to show you guys here in Timisoara.
Welcome to the Communist Museum. Downstairs you will find a replica of a regular communist apartment.
Okay.
There are 4 rooms in total: the parents' room, the children's room, the kitchen, and a larger hallway that links them all together.
Okay.
You will see a lot of objects mainly made in the 70s and the 80s in the communist bloc, either here in Romania, most of them anyway, or in any neighboring countries.
Let's see some objects from socialist times here in Romania. See what people's houses were like back in the day. Look up here, the different bottles of alcohol that the workers would have bought in the shops, come home after a day in the mines and drunk slivovitz. Tropical time. Wow, look at that one. Or maybe some lammy. Look, it's got such a Latin vibe to it. Look at this, these little objects. An abacus that children in the schools would have played on, practiced their mathematics, overlooked by pictures in the classroom at the Ceausescus. I don't know if you can see this or not, but look on this radio, this old Romanian radio, the towns you could pick up: Tirana, Chișinău, Sarajevo, Budapest, Simferopol, Beograd, Bucharest, Praha, and randomly Monte Carlo. When I visited former socialist countries and the museums that you have now, they always focus on the most negative aspects of those years. And this museum is different. It's much more interesting because it lets you, in some ways, imagine the lives of the average Romanian back in those days, which probably wasn't that different from ours in a sense. You went to work, you had a few pints after work with your mates, you came home, played with your kids, listened to some music like Binoni Sinulescu and Irina Gogin and their famous hit Bună ziua și bun lucru. Life for many of the people in these countries probably wasn't that much different than for us now. Probably had better music back in those days too. Well, that was the Museum of Communist Objects, and how interesting it was. And look, I bought myself a little souvenir to listen to when I'm back in Brighton. Alexandru Dula with his famous hit Mi ai adus ia primavera. Look at him. We'll listen to this back home. All right, now we're going to head to Bucharest. Allow me to give you a tour of what is the greatest coupe I've ever been in all my travels. Check it out. You get a lovely bed surrounded by this beautiful wood effect. You've got yourself a little table. You've got reading lights. You can open the window by doing this, or close it by turning the handle. Yeah. No air conditioning. You've got yourself a little table for a bit of work if you want a bit of editing. Up here, you've got yourself a little cupboard with a nice present from Romanian Railways. Luggage storage. Oh, it's literally the best train I've ever been on. I wish the journey was a lot longer. Anyway, I'm gonna have a few hours sleep and I'll see you guys in Bucharest. It's amazing passing through these brutalist railway station towns here in the provinces of Romania. Look at them. And what you've got to remember is these buildings that were built in the 60s or the 70s or the 80s, well, they all would have had pictures before of the Ceausescus, Nicolae and his wife Elena, on the platforms. People would have been reminded by the cult of personality constantly who ruled the country. Welcome to Bucharest. Come on, Alexandru. Let's get out of here. Well, we've arrived in the capital. Now let's go and see where the next stage of the revolution took place. Oh. Hello. Thank you. Hey, what about Nicolae Ceausescu?
He was good patriot.
A patriot, okay.
Yes, loves Romania.
Loved Romania, okay.
But don't love Romanian people. So for us, for Romanian people, it was very bad.
Right.
Very, very bad. It was very, very hard to live in Romania. Because you don't have heat, you don't have lights.
Right.
You don't have hot in your home.
Yep, heating.
Heating, okay? In your home, you don't have television. You don't have freedom.
Okay. Are there some people in Romania today who miss those times or that respect Ceausescu?
About Ceausescu and these people who regret the Ceausescu. They make a comparison with this guy from today in Romania.
Yes.
And this guy is more bad like Ceausescu. More bad. More bad. For Romanian people. More bad.
But people would say this is the EU. This is freedom, democracy.
No. It's a big bullshit.
Based. In 1971, Nicolae Ceausescu returned from a trip to North Korea, inspired by the building projects he'd seen. He decided to tear down an old district of Bucharest and rebuild it in the same monumental style that he saw in Pyongyang. The House of the Republic was to be the centerpiece of that project, a workers' palace. In 1984, thousands of workmen and 700 architects began the task of building the new socialist district of Bucharest, the district I'm walking through now. However, by the time this mammoth building project was completed in 1989, socialism in Europe was collapsing. Romania and Nicolae Ceausescu clung on precariously. The events in Timisoara had seemed like the start of the end of his rule. Ceausescu decided to hold a mass rally here in the capital to give the people an opportunity to show their love and devotion to him and the party. That rally took place here in Revolution Square on December the 21st. Ceausescu took his place on the balcony along with his wife and spoke of the achievements of socialism and his rule. The crowd massed in front of the palace listened for a while. 8 minutes into his speech, a chant rose up at the back of the crowd. Timisoara! Timisoara! Ceausescu, rattled, tried to silence them with his arm, but the chants didn't stop. In fact, they grew louder. A presidential bodyguard, realising the danger that was growing in the crowd, pulled Nicolae Ceausescu and his wife inside. They were hurried to the roof, where a waiting helicopter whisked them away. Ceausescu would never see his beloved palace again. Hello.
Hello, one?
One ticket, please, to Targoviste. I think I'm saying it correctly. Well, we're now going to head to the town where Ceausescu's rule over Romania finally ended. This is the way to travel. Open window. No air conditioner. Beautiful. Ceausescu's helicopter left Bucharest and flew north. But the pilot, fearing being shot down by the Romanian military, landed on a highway just outside the town of Targoviste. That's the town we're going to now. The Ceausescus commandeered a car on the highway, but the driver called the police. Nicolae and his wife Elena were arrested and brought to an army building here in this town. Let's go and look for that building. Small town Romania. Oh, I like it. Well, it wasn't very hard to find a building because it's right opposite the railway station. Wow, this is where it all came to an end. Let's go inside and take a look. Let's hope it's open. Is the museum open? Yes. Can I look inside? Yes. Thank you so much. Wow. Okay. Okay. I see.
And for the place execution,
yes.
First the door left.
Yep.
Is for outside. Again left after building.
Yeah.
And here is place.
And where is the room where the trial happened, where the judge?
Here.
Here. Okay. Okay. I'll have a look here first.
Look.
On December 25th, 1989, a military tribunal was set up in this very room to try Nicolae Ceausescu and his wife. They were seated over there in the corner. Of course, the verdict was already decided. It was a show trial. The charges were genocide for the events that took place in Timisoara. They protested their innocence, but it didn't matter. The verdict, guilty. The punishment, execution. As soon as the verdict was read out, the Ceausescus were led down this corridor to meet their fate with immediacy. You can only imagine what was going through the minds of both the Ceausescus as they were led along this path and could see the executioners waiting. Adrenaline, fear. But you have to say that the Ceausescus didn't beg, they didn't plead, they just stated their innocence to the end. It was in this very spot that within just minutes of the verdict being read out, the Ceausescus were lined up and unceremoniously machine-gunned to death. A cameraman ran out of the building trying to catch the historic images on film. The rule of the Ceausescus was over. And there you have it. The speed of events that took place in December '89 and the fall of Ceausescu remind us of just how quickly leaders and empires can be toppled if the people unite as one. I've had a great time in Romania. It's been fascinating. Thank you for watching. Until next time. Bye-bye.